You're watching KBTV Fox 4, Port Arthur, Beaumont, Orange.
You're watching KJAC Television, Port Arthur, Beaumont, Orange.
For all of Southeast Texas, this is News 4, The Late Report, with Donna Rush and Mark Clegg, Fred Rixey Weather, and Brian May with sports.
Good evening, everyone.
On your side, you're watching NBC4. This is News 4 Texas at 10.
Good evening, I'm David Jewett. Thanks for joining us tonight.
By our window or by your television, you're watching KBTV.
Live from the NBC4 Beaumont studios at Parkdale Mall. Coverage you can count on. This is NBC4 Beaumont Today.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Heather Angel.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dana Malasso.
Broadcasting from the NBC4 Beaumont studios at Parkdale Mall. Heather Angel. Forecast Center weather with Dana Malasso. And Candace Jones with news headlines. Coverage you can count on. You're watching NBC4 Beaumont Today.
By our window or by your television, you're watching KBTV.
Live from the NBC4 Beaumont studios at Parkdale Mall. Coverage you can count on. This is NBC4 Beaumont Midday.
Good afternoon and welcome to NBC4 Beaumont Midday. I'm Heather Angel.
And I'm Christina Meeks in for Dana Malasso.
Broadcasting from the NBC4 Beaumont studios at Parkdale Mall. Heather Angel. Forecast Center weather with Dana Malasso. Coverage you can count on. You're watching NBC4 Beaumont Midday. Closed captioning of NBC4 Beaumont is brought to you by Motiva Enterprises, partners in communication.
By our window or by your television, you're watching KBTV.
Live from the NBC4 Beaumont studios at Parkdale Mall. Coverage you can count on. This is NBC4 Beaumont Nightly News.
I don't agree with strip clubs at all. I believe they're morally wrong.
Broadcasting from the NBC4 Beaumont studios at Parkdale Mall. Albert Zip, Lisa Pinto, Forecast Center weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Bauer and Greg Picasso Sportscast. Coverage you can count on. You're watching NBC4 Beaumont Nightly News.
By our window or by your television, you're watching KBTV.
Live from the NBC4 Beaumont studios at Parkdale Mall. Coverage you can count on. This is NBC4 Beaumont Nightcast.
Good evening, I'm Albert Zip.
And I'm Lisa Pinto. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Broadcasting from the NBC4 Beaumont studios at Parkdale Mall. Albert Zip, Lisa Pinto, Forecast Center weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Bauer and Greg Picasso Sportscast. Coverage you can count on. You're watching NBC4 Beaumont Nightcast. Closed captioning of NBC4 Beaumont is brought to you by Motiva Enterprises, partners in communication. Live from the NBC4 studios in Parkdale Mall to your hometown. This is NBC4 Hometown News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Melissa Payton.
I'm Tony McNary. Thanks for joining us.
Broadcasting from the NBC4 studios in Parkdale Mall. Melissa Payton, Tony McNary, Forecast Center weather with Andrew LeFavors, and Tom Morellis Sportscast. You're watching NBC4 Hometown News at 6. The NBC4 studio in Parkdale Mall. Albert Zip, Lisa Pinto, Dana Malasso weather, and sports with Brian Joyce. This is your hometown news at 10.
Good morning, Southeast Texas. A chilly start to our 2007, but thankfully a very clear.
Live from Parkdale Mall, you're watching Fox 4's Evening News.
Good evening, Southeast Texas. I'm Jessica Guidry. Thank you for joining us. Sheldra is off this week. And
live from Parkdale Mall, you're watching Fox 4's First at 9.
Good evening, Southeast Texas. I'm Erin Nichols. Thank you for joining us on your Sunday night.
Good evening to you.
Fox 4 News starts right now.
Developing now, a Beaumont businessman now has the approval to open up his own brewery, which could be the city's second.
The morning show on Fox 4 starts now.
Good morning to you. It's 7 o'clock on your Tuesday. It is the 10th day of March for 2020. I'm Dan Gresham along with Jillian Ferdy. Glad to have you back this morning.
Yeah, glad to be back.
Fox 4 News at 9 starts now.
Passengers of the Grand Princess cruise ship off the coast of California are finally...
You're watching KBTV Fox 4, Port Arthur, Beaumont, Orange.